That wouldn't be fair to me. I didn't do what Isla did. I only strangled my roommate with shoelaces. But my roommate was a guy. I haven't done anything.
Before I give you my own take about this whole situation, I want us to first listen to what Sister Candace Owens had to say. You know, I really value her opinion on issues like this because I think she has a very unique way or nuanced way of looking at things. So let's hear what she had to say.
First up, we have Daniel Eastwood. Are you familiar with Daniel Eastwood? Probably not. Daniel Eastwood now goes by Sophie Eastwood, and Daniel's a transgendered killer. Let me tell you a story because I think it's pretty incredible. It's just weird. It's all over the place. So Daniel Eastwood was initially jailed at Dumfries Young Offenders Institution, this is in Scotland, for dangerous driving at the age of 18. Okay, not a heavy offense whatsoever. Well, he was a month away from the end of his sentence when suddenly he decided to strangle his cellmate. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because this is just, things escalated very quickly here, right? He's in there for dangerous driving. Then he decides he's going to strangle his cellmate, who was another 22-year-old. He strangles him to death with shoelaces, right? And that was back in 2004. So what did Daniel Eastwood do? Now, obviously, he was going to be in prison for a much longer time than he would have been for dangerous driving. He decided that actually he identifies as a female named Sophie. And because Western civilization is great and super smart, as he began transitioning, they allowed him to be held at the Cornton Vale, which is Scotland's only all-female jail, because obviously after you strangle your inmate with shoelaces, you should be awarded by being allowed to transfer yourself to an all-female prison.
What I have to say about this is that most of the times when we have this kind of argument about trans versus female or male issue, people solely focus on the trans issue, right? They forget to talk about the crime, right? Those guys committed a serious crime. Be it male or female, they are still criminals, right? So I don't understand why we tend to focus most on the trans issue. It's like because the transition, that's why they committed the crimes, or because they committed the crimes, so they shouldn't transition. So this is one of those areas that I truly believe that we can start focusing on the mental health of the individuals rather than on their gender identity. So if we say, for example, okay, these people did serious offenses or serious crimes, let's look into it. What might have caused them to do what they did, right? Let's look into their history. Let's look into their mental health. Maybe they have an issue that needs medical attention, not just because they transition. And also, you have to remember that in a female detention facility, there are also very, very serious criminals. I don't know if we or just forget about that. Okay, there are some places in female prison detention where they are heavily guarded. We have female rapists. We have female murderers. We have females who are hardcore criminals. We have those females that you cannot even put them in the same detention facility with some men because they will strangle them in a day. We have all those people. So for the fact that these two trans might be put in a female detention facility doesn't mean that they are being treated better than other males, or because they transition from male to female, that gave them a lighter sentence. Be it in a male prison facility or in a female prison facility, they get the same sentence. If they were supposed to get 10 years as men, after transitioning to becoming women, they will still get 10 years. I don't think that by them transitioning to becoming women is going to lessen their sentence. I don't think so. And also, being put in a female detention facility doesn't mean that they are being put together with those ordinary criminals. We do not know exactly how guarded is their prison cell. So I understand when things like this come out, most conservatives just solely focus on the transgender issue, the trans issue, without really looking at the whole picture. Now, putting a male in a female detention facility doesn't mean that the male will go around raping all the females. So we must all remember that. And I also have a solution to all this issue. I watched the last interview where the First Minister of Scotland was asked this question. And I have a simple solution for that. Sometimes we overthink things and overplay them and spend so much time arguing about them, where the answer is very, very simple, where the solution is a very, very simple one. But we will spend hours upon hours just debating, just arguing about the stuff, and then later on discover that the answer was something very, very ordinary. Now, we cannot deny that there isn't a rise in trans people in our community. We cannot deny that because we see them every now and then. They are there and they will keep on coming, and we cannot stop them from coming or from transitioning. What should we do? What is the way forward? And that is what I think most conservatives should be thinking about. Not just denying and trying to stop the whole thing, but actually acknowledging it and thinking of a way forward. What can we do to take care of the trans issue? There will be trans criminals in the future. Trans people will commit crimes. So when that happens, what should we do? Okay, fine. In a prison facility, we have the male, we have the female. We can just create a trans. Problem solved, isn't it? Some prisons have extra structures that are not being used. So we can just use that to create a trans prison facility. Problem solved. Instead of spending hundreds of hours and resources arguing if a trans person should go to a female prison facility or a male, why not spend that time and energy to create a prison for trans people? Wouldn't that solve the whole problem and avoid all this back and forth argument? Well, I'm just saying, I'm no genius, but I'm just saying that could help solve this problem and avoid all this back and forth arguing. But you guys out there, do you think that these people who are now transitioning are only doing so that they can go to a female prison facility? And does transitioning from a male into a female get you a lesser sentence? Have you heard of any instances where a male transition into a female and get a lesser sentence? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because little deed of goodwill, like the one you are doing just now, help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.